It is playoff season in TGI Fantasy, and we're back again to give you a rundown on everything that's going to be going on for week 15 as everyone begins their brackets. This week, we have a loaded podcast, more people than we've ever had. As always, we have your hosts, myself and Jackson. And even though I'm sure he's not drinking Shiner Cheer, we're welcoming Mitch back on the podcast, and AK is coming back for a second round. So,
Shiner Cheer?
What's up?
Were we supposed to be drinking Shiner Cheer?
No, I just tried to order it at dinner earlier tonight, and they were out, and it made me think
That's
of you.
lame.
I've still never had Shiner Cheer.
It's good shit, dude. I almost got some today.
Yeah. Well, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, AK, I just saw the podcast notes that says we're supposed to be drinking tequila from Sam's Club. I'm not doing that. I'm drinking Templeton Rye.
I'm drinking Golden Light, so Nagel will be proud of me for that. Style of Minnesota.
I got the same thing as always, and 2 Angry Orchards.
You should drink something with gluten in it.
Yeah. Yeah,
For the record,
I need to drink all down a full one right now.
Do it.
For the record, I have run out of tequila from Sam's Club, so I'm currently drinking a dirty soda.
Did you drink it last night when we were supposed to be doing the podcast and I flaked out?
Yeah.
Nice. Were you just doing it straight?
No, there was some mixy going on.
Mixy. What'd you use? You use Pepsi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot take, Pepsi is better than Coke.
That's not a hot take.
Take.
It's correct.
They're both bad, first of all, but no, it's wrong.
Mitch, who gave you rights?
God, according to the Constitution.
At least your mom's hot. What? Okay. Well, I'm gonna just
That's
kick us
staying
right
in.
off with our rivalry. Jesus, rivalry week review. As always, starting off with our game of the week, it was Cam and Landon who were playing with some big boy playoff implications for the seeding of it all. And Landon, Jackson, I feel like we say this every week. I don't know what the hell is going on with this team. He popped off and top scored for the week, 162 points. Cam put up a fine score of 110 basically, and just couldn't compete. But Jackson, I don't even know what to think about Landon's team.
Team is like a sleeper team, but you don't know if it's the kind where he'll just like sleep through the whole weekend and score 70 points, or if his team is actually like a sneaky competitive sleeper team and he drops like 150 on you.
He's either Joe Biden from 2024 or he's Joe Biden from 2016. There's no in between. There's 8 years missing of Joe Biden for Landon.
I feel like for the first like 8 to 10 weeks, we were like Landon's team every week just like shows up and like shoots for par and will score like between 100 and 120. But now these last 3-4 weeks, it seems like Landon's team has turned into like a pendulum and it's just swinging back and forth week over week between like what the fuck and what the fuck, where last week what did he score last week? Like 70 points?
Yeah, 74 points.
Yeah, and now this week he more than doubled that total.
Holy shit.
Randomly.
Yeah. And so he increased his point total by 88 points, which is not good enough to make the top 10 for biggest point swing in a week. I'm pretty sure that the biggest increase is 91 and the biggest decrease is 90, or the 10th largest for both of those numbers. So it's crazy that number didn't even crack a spot there. But we probably should have seen this coming because Landon's now 4-0 against Cam. And when we had Nagel on the podcast, we were asking the question of, like, they're so like historically dead even. Even now, they're pretty much identical and everything, other than that Landon's now made the playoffs 3 times and Cam's made it once. Spoiler. But yeah, Landon just always gets the better of Cam. So Cam better hope he doesn't run into Landon in the playoffs. Granted, I think it would have to be in the championship game, but yeah, I mean, and credit to Cam. I mean, he didn't even put up a bad score. 109.94 is pretty decent, and he put like this is the eighth highest scoring regular season of all time. Not even just like since 2020. This includes like 2018 and 2019 when we were putting up. I think Aris might have put up 3,000 points in 2018, and Cam at 1880 or whatever he did, it's eighth all time. So Cam has had a phenomenal season to this year, but yeah, I mean Landon is. I don't want to say he's getting hot at the right time because he just came off a stinker.
It'll just depend on which side of the pendulum he's on this week. Is he gonna cycle back and be a first round playoff exit and drop an absolute bomb, or is he gonna stay on this side of the pendulum and drop 150 and move on?
Landon's good for a first round win every year at least.
He's
Sample
like the
size of
Steelers if they
one.
actually won a game.
What was that?
We have a sample size of 1.
2.
2?
Yeah, this is the third year.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, we have a sample size of 2.
So he's got
Hey, that's 2 more playoff wins than you have.
I wasn't saying. I'm saying the sample size is low. I wasn't saying anything. He could win the whole thing.
You can't.
You don't know that.
yeah, but Mitchell
I
won't
do
win the
know
whole
that.
thing.
I've seen your team try and compete.
All right. Well, I mean, scoreboard.
I am not a legitimate threat.
Okay.
And so your one ring is a Mickey Mouse ring, anyways.
That's
Your
true.
ring is the Mickey Mouse ring.
Your ring is a Mickey Mouse ring. How many people were in the league when you won?
4. I didn't say mine wasn't. I just said yours also was.
What was AK's a Mickey Mouse ring?
He scored 97 points a game all year.
I don't know. It sounds like he won when he needed to.
Exactly.
Spencer doesn't understand the concept.
I'm sorry. How many rings do you have, Mitch?
Oh, 0.
Everyone else here has 1 at least.
Yeah. How many of you are in the playoffs? Uh huh.
Bro
Anyway,
gets into the
at
playoffs
one point,
one time and thinks
2
he's won the
times.
thing.
2 times. First of
2
all.
times.
Second of
Wow,
all,
2 times.
I
That's crazy.
thought I had notes for this part, but someone replaced them with just the words "I
You
love
had
shitting."
you had no notes.
You had no notes.
Okay,
There were
well,
no notes.
I didn't care about this game. We can move on.
Okay. Well, following that, we had the most depressing thing to ever happen to me. Ryan lost to Cleo. It is so Jover. It is all over. The playoff run came to an end.
It is not everywhere.
It is not everywhere. I am just incredibly depressed. Long
So,
pause
guys,
I was waiting for anyone else to say
for
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
With that
for
dramatic
all the
pause
people
for
on the
effect.
podcast, none of them have any thoughts about this game, even though we wrote them down.
I mean, my thoughts are stupid. I was gonna talk about how I was gonna say last year that Ryan and Cleo played each other 4 times over 7 weeks because they played each other in like week like 11 or 12, and then they played in rivalry week, and then they played back to back weeks because they were playing for the 5th seed. And I just thought that was really funny. But Cleo is on a 6-game win streak right now. I know we mentioned it last week, but it didn't really kind of set into me that Cleo just hasn't lost since like October until just now. So
First
yeah,
for October.
it's pretty good. It's in the name. Yeah, I mean Cleo's on a hot streak, and Ryan's team. We knew Ryan couldn't score keep up with the big boys forever, just based on how his team started the year. He dropped 140 on AK and then decided to be shit for 6 straight weeks. I don't think he scored over 100 in that span. Yeah, it was a hell of a run, but yeah, Ryan's gonna top the losers bracket, and he picked the schedule. It's been a good comeback season for him, but unfortunately, that stat is now officially ended, where he is no longer a 100% playoff performer.
Week is over.
Yeah, we all
Or
knew
can you
then.
say the other thought that you had?
Me?
Yeah,
Ended.
the one in the middle.
No, I talked about the win streak.
You did?
Yeah,
the most boring stat ever.
Okay, yeah. Well, then I'd like to talk about the win streak in that is not a good stat. Like that. Why do you even have that recorded?
I don't
10th
think I said that.
longest
Yeah,
winning streak in
Cleo's
league
on
history.
tied the 10th longest winning streak in league history. There, is that what you wanted?
Yes. Okay. Well, then let me start over. 10th longest winning streak in league history is the most boring stat I've ever heard. Why do you care?
Because 6 wins is a good amount in a row. You have never
Yeah,
done
but
that.
it's barely up there. I've done 4.
I think pretty much everyone except Ziggy's done 4.
Okay, well, Ziggy's. I don't know. I can't even think of anything interesting
Yeah,
to
that's
say.
what I
That's how
thought.
boring
Yeah,
of a
that's what I
stat
thought.
this is.
I never said it wasn't a boring stat.
It's
Well, then
still a
why'd you write it
stat.
down?
No.
You took up
What
valuable
the only
airtime with
thing you
it.
had written down was that my stat sucked.
No, I have one other thing written down. That being, Jackson's prediction that Ryan Williams would be in the playoffs was wrong, which means what else is he wrong about? I think
You
that's an
better
important
hope.
question we need to ask about the world.
You better hope my next prediction isn't wrong because it involves you. I think you'll like it.
Well, he might be wrong. I don't trust him anymore. I thought I agreed with him. I agreed with the Ryan Williams going to the playoffs prediction, and it was wrong. And now, I mean, maybe he doesn't have celiac.
I don't have celiac, Mitch.
Well, then why can't you have gluten?
Because my stomach lining and small intestine is degraded. Just not to
Oh,
the
too much,
level
too
of
much
someone who
alcohol.
has celiac.
Yeah, why would you do that, Jackson? It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, he drank too much.
Yeah.
I've seen Jackson drink a beer before.
Yeah.
So have I.
So have I.
Jackson and I have shared a
Oh.
couple beers before.
Yeah.
Jackson's just a fucking liar then?
Not only is his predictions wrong, he's also a liar, people.
I can drink beer.
Keep in mind what you say and hear about Jackson Grant.
Was his championship ring a lie?
I don't know. I didn't know he had one.
The
We
least
need to
Mickey
throw a
Mouse ass
asterisk
ring
by it.
He's
here.
literally the reigning champion, Mitch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What the? Are you fucking with me?
Maybe.
Jackson is still the league champion as
I
of
can
right
go
now.
get the trophy right now and drink
Oh,
this second Angry
Hey,
Orchard.
you drank an
straight from
Angry
it.
Orchard out of it.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, you were
Oh
there.
my god! Wait,
Yeah,
who,
you
who
don't-
did you
Good times.
who did you think the reigning champion was?
I don't know. Henry?
That's not
Not
a
a bad
bad
guess.
guess, actually.
Valid response.
AK, do you want to take it away for the next game?
Yeah. So I'll take the game that I played in. So the Alex Bowl, aka the Collusion Bowl, aka the We Live Under a Fascist Regime, with Spencer as the Big Brother character.
Dude, I'm the
TGIF
figurehead
fantasy.
for Cleo.
Sure. Whatever you say. But, well, the Collusion Bowl, there was no collusion. There was attempted collusion. I'll let everyone know that. There were texts going on about how we could get Spencer to the toilet bowl. Step 1, I had to win. Step 2, Spencer had to lose. So we were talking about colluding for this round. Then A-Rose hits me with the worst text I've received in a long time. That you guys are going to dock him a first round pick if he didn't play not Stephon Diggs and someone on the IR, which is complete bullshit.
Yeah,
I
fully.
hate you.
We were legitimately threatening draft picks for people that were going to try and manipulate the standings. Alex,
Oh my
Which
god.
one though?
yes,
Yeah.
Merit.
Alex Merritt. If he ever joins back, will be docked a first round pick.
What about Alex Helmrich?
Oh my god, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Name I've never
Wow.
heard in my life.
I used
Mitch,
to
you
sit
went to high
across from
school
him in
with
art
man.
class when AK and I would play. That was the same year that AK and I would play Plants vs Zombies in the back of Miss Thorpe's class.
Aw, that's cute.
It was cute. It's very romantic, actually. But nonetheless, there's still some excitement coming out of the Collusion Bowl in the fact that I randomly decided to score 135 points
It's
and beat
153
AS.
points.
Yeah, sorry, 153.
Even better.
I'm selling myself short. Really, just Tony Pollard legacy game. Um,
Yeah,
kind of
what was that?
crazy.
Did I see that he hadn't scored a touchdown or gone for more than 68 scrimmage yards since like week 5?
I'll be so for real. I don't know. The team has been cooked. I have not really been paying too much attention.
Yeah, AK's team got fully healthy and then just decided to stop fucking around.
Yeah, imagine if I didn't have to trade away CD Lamb.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb got outscored though by George Pickens even when healthy, which is weird. Is like
Weird.
have you seen how good George Pickens played there? Like you can afford to have a shittier version of George Pickens. It was just weird to me to see because CD just got covered so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still think good pickup for Cameron. Cameron
Yeah,
Wheatley. Yeah.
potential league winning pickup, but
Well,
yeah, I
if we
mean,
didn't have fucking Mitch around.
yeah, trading Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
so this is the 16th matchup of the Alex Bowl. AK, you draw the series into 6-10, and you're fourth all time on the wins list now, thanks to that win. You jumped Andreas.
mm,
How does that make you feel?
it makes me feel good. I wasn't in this league at the start. A lot of us weren't though. That's why your ring is Mickey Mouse. But it still feels good to be honored on this. I'm nearly a career 500 player, and so this win just kind of like makes me feel better about that because I am counting up the stats, and it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, to go along with your glorious statistics, you're at this point basically just the league giant killer. I talked about this back on like the week 9 or week 10 podcast. How no one has started 6-0 or better and not lost to you. You've ended like multiple perfect seasons, and I think this is the third or fourth like year in a row where you've been nominated for upset of the year. I don't know what gets into your team when you're playing some big shot, but all hell breaks loose, and apparently Tony Pollard becomes God. So
Well, I actually was really worried about making the toilet bowl, so I called him up, uh, called him on WhatsApp. Actually, that's what I have him on, and said like, "Hey, I need a big week out of you," and he was like, "Yes, sir, I got you." Send me that salute emoji back. Ready to go.
Exactly what I did verbatim to Jamar Chase in 2022.
Yeah, on WhatsApp as well.
Yeah, on WhatsApp. I even sent the same message. It had a salute emoji. And he was like, I got you. I texted Russell Wilson too, and that he scored 42 points at Alex Russell.
Yeah, Mr. Unlimited.
maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I keep using the Facebook messaging app.
Mm-hmm.
No one touches that, bro. They're leaving you undelivered.
Yeah, the
I
Jawan
bet you can find
Jennings
someone.
last year answered when I used it. He dropped 42 points off of waivers
I need to
against
read down that Facebook
Jackson.
Messenger.
Actually,
I
I
can
remember
text
that
you
game.
on right now. Hey, my mom went to the same school
Yeah.
as your quarterback. Please score.
Stephanie Flores, Iowa State alum.
Yeah. So is Jason Wallsmith.
Oh hell yeah!
So is Beverly
Ron
Wallsmith and
famed
Donald Wallsmith.
district swimmer for Lincoln High School.
Yeah.
Juan Wallsmith.
Yeah, that's his name.
Juan Wallsmith. He was the famous district swimmer for Lincoln High School.
AK, what are you adding to the record book right now?
Oh, I'm putting asterisks on people's championships.
Are you putting asterisks on my championship title?
You're the Jackson.
Not on mine though. I got mine on merit.
That's why you don't
On-
fucking have one.
My future one.
On Alex Merritt
Mitch,
because it
you
doesn't
will never win
exist
the league.
anymore.
So eventually, given enough time, the monkey will type Shakespeare.
Mm-mm.
There's gotta be. There's a
The
joke in
monkey's
there
gonna trade
somewhere.
away Jonathan Taylor.
The monkey traded away Jonathan Taylor. They went 3-1. Speaking of Jonathan Taylor, he sucks now.
No, he does not.
He does. He scored worse than Josh Jacobs. That means he sucks.
He scored worse than Josh Jacobs for the first time since week 8.
Yeah, and he sucks now.
Shut up, Cooper.
Shut
Like
up, Cooper.
Cooper Kissel.
Oh, Cooper Wallsmith.
I would gladly
Oh.
take Cooper Kissel over you.
I fucking wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. I think that's enough talk of Cooper Kissel. Literally he's literally not even in the Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, following that, we have Spencer and Andreas. Spencer, I'm so proud. You
I
won a game.
finally won a game that you're talking about.
You finally won a game.
I haven't won a game since October, I don't think.
I don't have to dog on you or say everyone
Yeah.
point and laugh. I get to congratulate you on a hard-fought win and against your rival too. Extra impressive. You now
10-9
lead
against
the series
Andreas.
10-9. Yeah.
I get to play him one more time this year.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately for Andreas, it doesn't look as good. You spoiled his, while very slim, still semi-probable playoff chances. And after dropping 25 more points than him, Andreas' all-time point differential is now negative 300 points.
Almost exactly, yeah. It's like minus 301.2 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And Andreas joins Eddie in a stat that no one wants to be a part of, where they have both not made the playoffs in 4 years.
Yeah,
Pretty
Andreas made the championship game in 2021, lost to Henry, and has not been back to the playoffs since. That is a brutal hangover.
Yeah. Super Bowl hangover for the ages.
Except is it a Super Bowl hangover if you don't actually win?
Ask Jim Kelly.
The hangover after 4 straight Super Bowl losses is still going on.
The blood alcohol content after that fourth one must have been insane.
It's no wonder that Bills fans are the way they are. Yeah, I'm just proud of my team for pulling through. At some point, I'm glad they decided to pull through at any point during the season, and it was to avoid the toilet bowl. Because if I lost, I would have been stuck down there
You
instead of
finished with
Henry.
the exact same record as you did last year, did you not?
Yeah, and I have like 600 more points than I did last year. Yeah, granted
gotta
about
invest in your
300 out.
50 picks.
Yeah, granted about 300 of that is just from moving to full PPR. That if anyone's wondering, the scores this year over the course of a season are on average about 300 points more, which is what is that just over 20 points a week on
Yeah.
average. Yeah. So
Can we bring back
Yeah.
punters?
punters would fuck. I just like I don't know how to balance them to like when we used them, they would just score anywhere between 6 and 8 every week.
Unbalanced.
I have seen a league where punters can score up to like 40 points, and like when I was at Iowa, there was these people on the same floor as me in my dorm that did a league like that, and they would just they would watch Monday Night Football and just watch the punts because their punter could drop 40 points. It was ridiculous. Well, Jackson, you talk about the 6-8 record that my team posted, and with Mitch being 8-6 and me being 6-8, the loss to Mitch hurts that much more. 1.67 was the gap, and that ended up being the gap between me making and missing the playoffs. And Mitch's team pulled through, and I cannot do anything except give credit to his team for that. So,
Point
Mitch,
six
your team.
seven.
Shut the fuck up, Mitch.
Shut the fuck up, Mitch. Yeah, no, Mitch's team. Seriously, like I didn't realize that matchup was as important as it was. I knew it was like a very important matchup, but that being probably the ultimate key matchup for Mitch's season, and his team went out and won in a very tight game. That's impressive. So yeah, I'm just happy my season ended on a bit of a high note of not making the toilet bowl, and I got to beat Andreas. So
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. It's bullshit. I
shut
wanted
the
to
fuck up.
collude. I wanted to drop my best players, give them to Andreas, but instead I had to keep
Did,
them. That
Be allowed to do that.
if Henry didn't lose to so literally of the it was so weird. There was 5, 6, and 8 teams, and Ryan swept all of the other 4, and Henry lost all the other 4, which is weird. That almost never happens. But if Henry hadn't done that and lost everyone else, you would have ended up down there on tiebreakers. Weirdly enough, so you could thank Henry for being just trash against average teams.
Okay, well, anyway, Jackson earlier said that he's not going to point and laugh at Spencer because he won. I, however, am going to point and laugh at Spencer anyway.
Mitch, you want to knock your game out of the park? Your
Yeah,
disgusting game. How do you keep getting into these games and winning them?
because well, I beat Jackson by 28 points. I mean, that's not nothing.
Neither of you scored 100.
I scored only slightly lower than average.
Mitch, this is the third game you've won by scoring less than 100 points this year. No one else has done it twice, I don't think.
I don't know. It sounds like a skill issue.
No one laughed at that.
Yeah, that embarrassing. Anyway, my main thought here is Mitch Walsmith the best dark horse contender in the playoffs since Mitch Walsmith?
Oh my god, can we kick him, please?
I think Mitch Walsmith is the worst playoff contender since Mitch Walsmith.
I
Okay.
second.
All right. Well, you guys just you don't have faith. You gotta have faith. Anyway, I've
You gotta
basically
sing
already
it.
won my season because my entire season was dedicated to either winning D series, which I didn't do, or making it to the playoffs to spite Spencer, which I did do. And now I get to spite Spencer until like August of next year, and then I can just leave the country and never talk to him again. So for the rest of our entire life, essentially, I get to spite him.
What are you talking about?
Just kidding, Spencer. I'll still talk to you when I emigrate.
It's just like I don't understand how Mitch got so lucky. You're actually like the luckiest motherfucker in the league. You've made the playoffs twice.
Lucky. Look at last year. Okay, is there a way to pull up like the game by game injury stats of the last season?
Everyone deals with injuries.
Yeah,
I
no,
dealt with
actually, that's false.
every player getting injured.
No, Mitch is the
Literally
only
every
fantasy owner
player.
to ever have to deal with injuries, ever.
My first round
Oh,
pick,
you're
which
right.
was the
I
first
forgot.
person,
Yeah.
I picked the first. I had the first pick in the league, and my first round pick didn't even play at all once.
What happened to Spencer's 2025 first round picks?
I wasn't saying Spencer wasn't unlucky.
I wasn't even talking about me. I'm just like, how can you call yourself unlucky?
I don't know.
You've made the playoffs twice with
Yeah,
two of the
pure
easiest
skill.
schedules I have ever seen.
Pure skill.
And you know what's worse is
I
that
didn't
this
choose that
season,
schedule.
I think this season's team that you had was better than the last time you made the playoffs, which is ridiculous considering that your team this year is kind of shit.
My team this year's awesome. It has Travis Hunter.
Who the
I didn't even know who that
fuck-
was.
Who the fuck
I
is
do now.
Travis Hunter?
He's very relevant to my team. I have a picture of him as my profile.
I thought it was Obama.
No, it's Travis Hunter.
It's Obama. I'm looking at it
No,
right
that's
now.
Literally
obviously
Obama.
Travis Hunter. What are you talking about?
So it's half Obama, half Travis Hunter with the 60 minutes and the blue pill. What the fuck is your picture?
Yeah, it's Obama. There's no Travis Hunter in that picture.
Oh my god, fuck you.
I
Well, it looks like it's half his face.
Jackson, I need you
Who
to
is
tell
the other
me,
half?
Jackson, I need you to tell me what the fuck happened here because last week when we were talking about your points, I said it was going to have to be an absolute disaster for you to miss the 10K club, and your 70 points were just enough. You're sitting at 10,004 points.
I did it.
How did you manage to almost shit the bed?
Drake May was on bye. And because I didn't have Drake May, I didn't have Drake May's wife's cooking.
You know, Giselle never baked for us.
She cooks for the entire team, and she is the reason that my team wins. So without Drake May, I was a goner.
Jackson,
The
how
sourdough
confident
starter
are
was
you?
in the fridge.
How confident are you that you're not going to be running a mile? Drinking Angry Orchard.
Somewhere between how confident I am in my take for this week and
Did anyone else not catch what he said?
Something about it. I think he's
heard
just
take
talking
for
really
me.
slowly.
couldn't think of a second thing. About as confident as I am in my hot take, which we'll see how confident I am in that.
Okay, so Jackson, you've got some more explaining to do. How the fuck did you lose to Mitch twice?
Jackson Grant Merchant.
It was a
You guys are
tactical play to get Mitch into the playoffs, so my
You guys hear
hot
that on the
take for
mic?
this week will come true.
Bad news,
I'm
guys.
eager to-
I'm out at Templeton Rye.
I think you need to fix that. I'm out of beer.
I don't want to open the other bottle.
Why not?
Are you still? Do you still have it in your barrel?
No, it all evaporated. This is a different bottle.
Huh.
This is it's from the same batch, but it was actually bottled, and then my dad left it in a cupboard for 20 years.
So we got two more games to cover from this last week, and for the first time in a while, I consider this to be one of the biggest rivalries in the league, and it had pretty much nothing writing on it outside of that Henry had a minuscule chance to make the playoffs. It was Eddie and Henry, and Henry's hot knife through butter parlay. He ended up going 2-2 on. Um, and honestly, so I talked shit about Mitch's schedule. Henry had actually the easiest schedule. Like statistically, Henry's schedule was by far the easiest, and he went 6-8 on it. And his team kind of did this thing where it couldn't decide if it was like sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Yeah, and Eddie just kind of dog walks him this week. I mean, Eddie turns on the Jets when he's playing Henry, and it's pretty funny. And they went in tied 6-6. Eddie now leads Henry 7-6. But yeah, I don't know what it is about Henry. It's like Eddie's like a bull, and Henry's always wearing red. Like Eddie comes out ferocious.
He just wants to fight Henry. He wants to drag Henry down into the toilet bowl so he can mud wrestle him again.
That's a good analogy.
Only Eddie could have won some games earlier in the year.
Well, here's the thing: is that we know Eddie can beat Henry. So this might be a tactical play by Eddie to not place last. He's basically guaranteeing himself a free win and now all he has to do is beat either Logan or Jackson. That's what I think is happening, but I'm not
Okay.
totally sure.
Okay.
Mm. We'll see. We will see. I don't know. I wish the toilet bowl wasn't all people who did like cross country. I wish we had some like not cross country people there. It would make the beer mile a lot more fun to watch.
Henry didn't do cross country.
Henry didn't. Oh, perfect. There we go. I
Yeah.
now hate watching Henry.
Well, Eddie proved last year that um, being good at running, it doesn't really help during the challenge. It just allows you to finish it faster.
Yeah.
So
Well, when we went to
take that with a
Wellman
grain of salt.
after, we were playing pool, and he kept asking me if he was stripes or solids. And I was like, dude, you're stripes. And he turned
Oh
to me and
yeah,
goes,
I guess he slammed 4 beers in 10 minutes.
he's like, I am shit faced right now.
Yeah, and also like threw his endorphins out of whack by running a mile while doing it. It's kind of like playing Burial Kart.
I will say I was impressed that he didn't throw up because there was definitely one time where I thought he was going to throw up. Oh wait, Mitch, you weren't there, were you? Jackson and AK, you were both there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one way or another, someone's going to be running that mile this year, and I don't know who would be funnier if they did it because Eddie we know can do it, and I kind of want to. I kind of want to see Jackson chugging Angry Orchards around the track.
I mean, it's looking like that might be the case.
Yeah. But anyways, that leads us to one last game of the week between Logan and Nagel. Mitch, if you want to carry that one.
Absolutely. This is just the most random upset of all time. Like Logan really just waited. He just did literally nothing. He did worse than nothing this whole season. He like actively lost games several times. Only to in the very last week just decide to beat Nagel, who started the season with what, an 8-game win streak or a 5 or a 7-game
Nagel
win streak.
started 7-0. Yeah.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
he ran into the buzzsaw.
Yeah. Giant
yeah,
killer Alexander Sayer Knosog
yeah.
Esquire.
Which then really didn't like slow him down very much until he got to Logan. And then he lost to him. Like, why? This guy didn't
Well,
even start people several
Chris
times.
McCaffrey was on bye, and so when we sent out the text of like everyone needs to be starting someone, he goes, "I'm starting Cam Scatabo because honestly, my other option is Will Shipley, and that's not going to do shit for
Oh,
me."
okay,
And
yeah.
so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? I'll allow it to happen because I don't think Will Shipley's going to actually like help him win. And fair enough, he would not have won this game if he picked up any other white running back. So.
I still
So
believe Ryan should be more open to playing a mixed player and only getting half the points.
yeah, can you like do that, Spencer? Can you change one player to only getting half the points?
We actually asked Nagel about that, and he affirmed over and over again that he will not be race mixing on his team whatsoever. But anyways, we
Yeah,
genuinely just witnessed the most forgettable rivalry week. Rivalry week. Right. Oh my god.
yeah, which
Week
brings me
14 matchup.
into my second thought. Why are these two rivals?
Oh, because originally, so the schedule was already set. And Logan and Ziggy were yearly rivals. And then when Nagel joined, uh, like the Nagel Logan was like one of the only people that Nagel knew. And I asked Aros if he wanted to take Nagel, and he said no, he wanted to keep AK. So they got placed together. But I think next year we are going to move it so that we're going to move some things around, and Logan and Cleo are going to play on week 14, and then things will just
Would it
fall
be
from there.
Ryan and Ryan?
I don't know yet. We haven't really. I just think it makes more sense for Logan to play Cleo, so that's something that'll change next year.
Kind of
I like
like
that.
it's like a Oilers Titans situation.
Nope.
Okay.
Those two are the same team.
No, they're not.
If
Yeah,
you're
they
Oh
are.
wait,
with
I
the
meant
Tennessee
Oilers
Oilers.
Texans.
Oh, I mean, those two teams never coexisted together, but
Well, that's
sure.
what I'm saying. Is Ziggy was the Oilers and Nagel is the Texans. If Nagel was bad,
I have no idea what analogy you're trying to make.
you know what? Let's just move on.
Yeah. I just wanted to point out one last thing for this is so Nagel did start 7-0, and now he's ending the year in 2-5 for his last half, which is kind of a damning statistic for someone who's looking to make a playoff run. We're gonna have to see if CMC and Josh Allen have the juice to pull through for a playoff run, especially going up against teams that are probably going to be scoring 160. So
I'll
As
be for real.
following.
I don't think Josh Allen has the juice. I think Nagel needs to pick up Philip Rivers.
I will allow Nagel to start Philip Rivers at running back.
Heard it here first. Well,
But
I'm putting
only
in
if
a
he
waiver
doesn't
claim
play
right now.
Christian McCaffrey. So that concludes the rivalry week review. Oh my god, it's a fucking tongue twister. Uh, Before we get into, so we have two guest segments this week with AK and Mitch joining us. But speaking of Mitch, we're gonna get into the Mitchell Wall-Smith GM lowlight of the week. And this week, even though his team kind of shit the bed just a tiny bit, he still won, and he didn't give me any new content to work with. So it's not going to Mitch. It is, however, going to Henry, who soft locked his roster in ridiculous fashion. For anyone that wasn't watching the chat, what happened is that he had Darren Waller in his IR spot, and then Darren Waller ended up playing, and Henry didn't realize it. And so he had Romo Dunze, who was out, and he couldn't change his roster anymore. So he dropped Romo Dunze, and then couldn't pick up a wide receiver, and then proceeded to drop his kicker, trying to figure out what the problem was before he realized that Darren Waller was in his IR spot. And so what we ended up doing is we told Henry he could pick Will Lutz back up since he didn't realize what the issue was, but we didn't allow him to make any roster moves the rest of the week, and he ended up losing. So Henry's gonna take home the Mitchell Walson GM lowlight of the week for that week, and this hasn't been done since I think 3 years ago. Logan did it with a Cardinals wide receiver, and I don't really remember the details behind it, but I do know the last time this happened was Logan doing it to himself. I think also in rivalry week. So something about the nerves getting to people caused them to make some ridiculous mistakes, but that gave me a good laugh in chat.
Yeah, it took me a second to figure out exactly what happened. So
I
I'm glad you
saw it
gave us that
right away.
rundown.
Yeah, it was one of those things I noticed right away, and I was just kind of shocked that Henry was the one to make the mistake. Because that's a very uncharacteristic Henry move, but this is also a very uncharacteristic season for him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before one last thing, I guess two last things before we're going to get into our first guest segment is normally we have Jackson's hot take of the week. We're going to get Jackson's hot take for the entire playoffs, and he's been brewing one up over the past few days. And let's see what he has for the league.
My hot take is that I think Mitch will be a podium team.
You said what now?
I think Mitch will podium this season.
Well, you've been known to be wrong.
I mean, didn't
Mitch
he
said it
also?
himself.
He also gave a hot take in the first week, didn't he? That I would get into the playoffs.
I
I don't
thought his
think I
hot
did.
take. I thought his
I don't
hot take
think
the
I'm
first
that
week
dumb.
was. I thought his hot take the first week was that Ryan was going to make the play. Let me see. I'll go
Someone,
back.
someone at some point said it was the whoever said the Star Gods thing first. Someone said something about Star Gods and that I should do something drastic and it'll get me into the playoffs.
I thought that might have been me.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. I have no real reason to believe this, as if I look at Mitchell's team and then look at Cleo's team, it is overwhelming pain and despair, but the Star Gods have gotten Mitch this far, and I think that his luck will just continue, and I think that JJ9 McCarthy is going to throw like 4 interceptions or something against the Cowboys defense, who is terrible this year, but it's JJ fucking McCarthy, and anytime Mitch has the Cowboys or the Dolphins defense, there is at least like a 25% chance they go off for like 40 points.
Don't talk to me about JJ
Both of them, and they both
McCarthy.
scored over 40 points in a game.
Okay,
I
I have
do.
it pulled up. I
I
have
still
Jackson,
lost that game to Cleo.
I have Jackson's first hot take pulled up here, and it wasn't from the first week. It was from the second week that we did the podcast. And his first hot take was that Mitch can win out if he gives control of his team to ChatGPT and starts consulting the Star Gods about his roster management.
Holy shit, I was almost right. God damn
Yeah.
it.
Use
So
ChatGPT for my team.
Mitch
ChatGPT
didn't
would
win
not have
out.
told me to do this.
Mitch didn't win out, but he came damn close. So
I'm gonna
Did he have-
ask ChatGPT about the trade.
Did he have the second best win streak since I made that prophecy? Only behind Cleo, or like with tied for second?
no, he didn't really have a win streak, but he had
Or
the second
like
best
the best
run.
record since
Yeah.
then, because I couldn't remember if he still lost. I don't remember when exactly in our recording the episodes the trade happened.
Mitch, ChatGPT's knowledge is going to be outdated by like a year and a half, I think.
Where?
I'm
Well, that's
curious
still
to see what
better
they
than
come up
Mitch's
with.
knowledge.
When did Josh Jacobs get on the Packers? Was that last year, 2 years ago? He might still be on the Raiders, according to the
That was last year, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think it was.
Yeah. Quickly, we're going to talk about the awards nominees. The nominations are out.
What your goals are: win now versus long term, roster structure need at RB or WR, but trade Jonathan Taylor, just him, for Josh Jacobs and Travis Hunter in many common fantasy formats looks like a reasonable trade that likely favors the Jacobs Hunter side. Here's why: better value split. Jacobs is a high floor, high volume RB.
Oh, now that he's
Thank you.
gone, do continue.
Rude.
Did you tell ChatGPT that Travis Hunter was out for season?
What about if Travis Hunter is out for the season?
What's it saying?
It gave me 2 different responses and it is asking me which one I prefer.
What?
Whichever one glazes you more.
It's asking me for feedback on ChatGPT's ability to respond.
Okay. Well, anyway, we're gonna let
Thank
Mitch
you.
talk, and then we'll get into AK's damn segment.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to let you know ChatGPT has evolved and can now pull up stats from the current season.
What?
Yeah, apparently.
That's actually
It's
neat.
currently telling me stats. I didn't realize that Jonathan Taylor has 600 more rushing yards than Josh Jacobs. I mean, Jonathan Taylor has 600 more rushing yards than Josh Jacobs.
Did his record just skip?
Is it still skipping?
Did it call you an idiot yet or no?
Hello?
Keeping Taylor is the safer slam dunk if Hunter is out.
There you go, Mitch. Credit first.
Likely a net loss in short-term value.
There you go.
Well-
It's probably trying to consider for dynasty. For dynasty, the Hunter and Jacobs trade is definitely better. Yeah.
I have Travis Hunter in Dynasty.
That's true, and you still don't know who he was. AK, would you like to cover your segment and give the breakdown on it?
Yeah. So my segment is the top 10 team names in league history, and I tried to keep myself to just regular TGIF fantasy, though I do have some honorable mentions. I want to talk about two of which are dynasty, and one of them is a future name actually. So honorable mentions. I'm gonna glaze myself a little bit here. I'm gonna go with my dynasty team name, the Justin Touchers.
Great
And
name.
I went out of my way to go pick up Justin Tucker for this. And I know he doesn't play, but he is 5% rostered on Sleeper. So
That's actually
happy to help out.
hilarious.
Um, next, I am doing my future team name for next year. I already have it picked out. I'm going to be the seventh floor crew, and I'm going to get a picture of Greg Olson, G Reg. Drop my drawers, let him see my third leg. That's my guy right there, and that just shows how my season went. To the fact that I already have the team name for next year. Next one is another dynasty name. It is Stephanie Flora by Finga J Bro.
He spelled it wrong.
I don't care. Shut up, Mitch.
Or you spelled it wrong in the notes.
I spelled it wrong in the notes. I
I
just
have it
like that
spelled
name
right.
because Mitchell's mom is hot. Yeah, and everyone needs to know that.
Whoa!
However, I don't forget Spencer. I won that chess match, so
I
Yeah,
know.
and you don't have the balls to do anything about it, you coward.
I once invited Mitch's mom to a party.
And she didn't even pick up the phone. She
Still happened.
ignored both of your calls,
Still happened.
despite having your contact info in her phone. She ignored both of your calls.
Wait, does she actually?
She knows that AK won the chess match, obviously.
he knows that.
I think she
That was
actually. I
before
think
the
I might
chess
have
match.
told her about that actually.
That was before the chess match.
Well, obviously
next
she knew
time
the
we'll
future
invite
like
her.
her son. Where do you think I get it from?
What the fuck?
But okay. So now some dishonorable mentions, and I have to go with all of Mitch's names. He changes it more than anybody else, and
Never
he
changed my
really
dynasty
has
name.
only. I don't care. And he's really only gotten one good name, and it's who the hell is Travis Hunter, which is his current name. So congrats. But it's funny in context with him not knowing who the fuck Travis Hunter is. So Mitch changes his name too much and to nothing good. Now the next two dishonorable mentions are team names that they gotta change. They gotta change it. They're good names, but they've just
Changed it.
overstayed their welcome. Shut up, Mitch.
I don't want to be slandered. This is slander.
Shut up, Mitch. Oh my god. Next we have The Rock Bottom Heroes by Henry. Love the SpongeBob reference. SpongeBob is a great TV show. And anybody who hasn't seen it is really missing out in life.
I wasn't allowed to
But
watch it growing up.
I also wasn't allowed to watch it growing up.
Same.
you guys are
My
missing
parents thought
out.
it would make me dumb.
Well,
I think
Spencer, you
it
think that's
does
how anyways.
actually make you kind of dumb.
Jokes on them, I'm dumb anyways.
And then the next one is Fat Squinnies by Logan. I don't even know what that means. And he's had the same name and picture for like 5 years now. So sorry
No, he's
about that.
seen the picture once.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry, Logan. I was unfamiliar with your game. Next up, we got Paris Yigas by Isaac. I like that name. It reminds me of that song by Kanye West and Jay-Z.
You gotta see his name in Henry's league. It's just straight up the N-word.
Isaac.
You know Ziggy's name is not Ziggy, right? It's Isaac.
No, I did not know that.
It's okay, Mitch. I didn't know. I thought it was Ezekiel for the longest time, and then I
I
learned a couple years
honestly
ago it
just
was
thought
actually
Ziggy
Isaac.
was his name.
No, so did I.
Okay.
I think everyone has made that mistake at some point. Yeah.
I've known his name was Isaac since like 7th grade.
I don't remember how I learned. I think like
I
Mike
didn't go to
told
seventh
me.
grade with Ziggy Page, with Isaac Page.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah,
no, it
what
might
you
have
know
been
about
8th grade
Darren Page, though?
when we were at the city science fair and our projects were right next to each other, and I saw on his like ID tag that it said Isaac Page.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I had never heard of Ziggy being a short for Isaac. I only knew of it for Ezekiel.
Well, I know another Ziggy, but his name is Caden. And I'm
What the
like,
fuck?
yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird shit. However, Darren Page, now that's a legend right there. That's an OG. You know, you know. But the next number 9 of all time team names is Fantasy Hawks by Nathan, going way back to an OG player. I actually texted Spencer about this like a couple weeks ago, being like that was just an underrated name, and here I am trying to give it some love.
Hey, but who's Nathan?
Nathaniel's one of my boys. He knew Will and Andreas
What's his last name?
Aukis.
I'm about to say,
Okay,
I don't
I've
know
heard
how
of
to
him
say.
before.
What?
AUKUS is also the economic agreement between Australia, the United Kingdom, and the United States.
Of course it is.
Thank you for telling me, Mitchell. I did not
You're
know that.
welcome.
Yeah, no, he's from Adel. He went to ADM. He went to Laterno for piloting school. He's a G.
You still keep in touch with him?
Yeah, he's
Wasn't,
a close family friend.
wasn't he a Merrill guy?
No.
Oh, I'm tweaking. I thought this guy was someone completely different then.
Oh, my bad.
Well, shout out his team name. He knew what he was doing back in the day. Next up, number 8 is Green Bay's Last Dance for Cleo. I like this one because that was the name for Cleo like the season after Last Dance came out. But then she kept it for way longer than one season. It was not just one Last Dance because Aaron Rodgers would not fucking leave, and I thought that was funny. And then Green Bay's Last Dance sucked because the Packers suck.
They're still ass.
Ignore last week. Number 7, we have Amon Ra Dogging It by Jackson. I like that name because you got a player in it and then Amon Ra Dogging It. And if I remember, you had a pretty funny picture of Amon Ra to go with it.
It was like zoomed in and highly distorted.
Yeah,
Can I say
exactly.
something here? Can I say something here?
You may.
Yeah.
Jackson stole the team name from me because he stole Amon-Ra from me in the draft.
How does
Well, if you're
that? How
gonna
does
make,
that?
I told him
equate
I'm going to take
stealing his
Amon-Ra
team?
St. Brown and I'm going to name my team Amon-Ra Dog in it.
No,
And then
that is not true.
That is what happened.
No, I'm pretty sure I told you how funny would it be if you drafted Amon Ra because I knew you wanted him, and then made your team name this, and you're like, ha ha ha, that's so funny, and then I sniped you.
Mitch, it sounds like you just got ganked, dude.
I can't scroll up enough in my text history to figure that out.
This is the first one on your list, AK, that was a team name of the year winner.
really, I did not look at that actually. I'll be honest.
I voted
Yeah.
against it.
Of course you did, Mitch.
I think I voted for my own name that year because I think I was the Dig Newtons.
I did like that one. I was Diggs in a
Good
blanket
name.
and sleeper for a while.
Yeah, that one was super good too.
So number 6, we have The Realest Clark by Cameron Wheely. I like The Realest Clark because I forgot that this was a real player, and it reminds me of that Key and Peele skit. It's fucking Jack Farius, Tactarius. You know what I'm talking
I
about.
like the just E, the
The
dolphin
one
noise.
that where he opens his mouth and it's just like construction noises.
Yeah,
Exactly. Or what about Dan Smith, BYU?
Dan Smith,
Yeah.
kicker.
Aaron Rodgers.
They're good shit. Number 5, I got Chubb for Jones with A-Russ. Because A-Russ always has a Chubb for Daniel Jones. And I like this one because he included 2 players' names
Actually,
in there.
fun fact. I'm pretty sure Jones in that one was actually for me because he had Daniel Jones on his roster, but he looked at me one day and he goes, "Yeah, the Jones I'm talking about is actually you, finger." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Damn, hard R.
Yeah. So that's the story behind that one.
Number 4 is Django A-Chained.
Did anyone else
by-
just totally? Did Spencer just get cut off, or am I like getting fucked?
You're tweaking.
You're tweaking, Mitch. Layups
Okay,
and
You're
cool.
tweaking,
Potbelly.
Mitch.
I wish
Number
that's some
4, I'm
pot
going with
bellies.
Django A Chained because I like that movie. This is by Spencer William Jones.
That's a really
I
good
like
name, actually.
I like
Thank you, thank
Django A
you.
Chained. A Chain's a hell of a player. He's carrying me in another league. And good movie. Django A Chained. Yeah.
Spencer, have you even seen that whole movie?
Yeah.
I feel like I remember us watching like the second hour of it one
Was
time.
it at
I
Andreas's?
I know I've
No, it was in
seen it.
Okoboji.
Uh,
You were
I
at
know
work.
I've seen it, but I couldn't tell you when or why, but I know I've seen the whole thing all the way through. I might have been really high for it though.
I think we watched the back half of it because I hadn't seen the back half. Uh, and then we watched Grown Ups.
That might have happened. I could not I am not able to confirm or deny that.
I think you fell asleep during Grown Ups. I think I left while you were still asleep too.
In Okoboji?
Yeah.
When what?
It was I was up there with my family and I went over to your house for a bit. But Eros and AK were at work. No, AK, you were in Germany and Eros was at work.
I remember
Oh,
when you're talking about that because I have a picture of you drinking a dark stout.
Yeah, the Westo Choco Stout, bro.
Yeah.
Good beer.
good beer. I'll try it next time I'm there. Number 3, onto the podium. Going with another Cameron name, and this all needs to be a lesson to everyone. We cannot let outside forces influence our league. So if you did not know, Cameron changed his name from this because of outside forces, and that really upsets me greatly.
The outside
But
force
first
changed the name.
down syndrome. I don't know,
I thought it was
someone
Cleo.
from Roosevelt. No,
It was
Cleo
like
leaked the name to someone.
Isabel Race.
That makes sense. Once
Uh,
again, will Cleo's fascist regime ever be taken down?
uh, and then number 2, we got They Hit the Second Bower by Jackson. Jackson, I love your name. Not even just like I just love the name Jackson. Jackson's a great name.
Thank
And
you.
we got people out here who are hating on it.
Hating on
But
his middle name
I don't know your middle name either.
is David.
David. But They Hit the Second Bower. Got Brock Bowers on the team. Funny. Picture goes along with it. I'm a fan. I'm a big time fan.
You got to say it with the exclamation points at the end. You got to really go for it.
Sorry. They hit the second Bower.
Turn the
There you
TV
go.
on! Turn the TV on! Any channel!
Shout out to when Mitch wanted us to live reenact / roleplay 9/11.
What?
Just like, no, we were gonna have like a Discord channel server where we just like have it be like a normal day and then just like suddenly do like a live reenactment of like the like news broadcast of 9/11 and be like, what is happening, bro? They hit the tower. Oh my god, America's at war. Pentagon. You know that shit.
Oh my
No.
God.
Yeah,
What?
that'd be fun.
You're a weirdo, Mitch.
You ever see the clip of? It's not a clip. It's like 4.5 hours long. Of the Howard Stern show on 9/11.
Nope.
Oh.
It's great. I kind of feel bad for Howard Stern because he's like really trying to be like a serious newscaster, and his guests are like joking while thousands of people are dying.
So number 1, another spender name is Mixin Jeans with My Cousins. I like this one because you got 2 player names, Joe Mixon and Kirk Cousins. The only thing that could make it better is if you had Mixin Genos with My Cousins and you had Geno Smith as well.
Say,
See, I think he was still he might have still been a backup in Seattle that year.
So not worth having.
Yeah, because I remember sitting there forever trying to make that work, and I actually never thought of that. Like even when he was still there, never even thought of using Gino. So that's actually amazing insight.
I want to
You could
take a
still
second.
pull that name off today. You would just be running a horrendous team.
Yeah.
The roles would be reversed. You'd start Gino and have Cousins on your bench.
You would not fucking start Gino.
Well, I mean, between the two of them,
Do you want negative or do you want 0 points?
that's a good point, actually.
Well, Jackson started Tyrod Taylor this week.
Can you start like Tom Brady, except he scores points when the Raiders make money?
Well, they don't sell any tickets, so.
Yeah, but they do get like investments from Saudi Arabian
They
oil
do start
funds.
gang violence.
Not anymore. They're in Vegas now. They start mob violence now.
Yeah.
Well, I want to take a second to shout out a name in a different league. This is with my law school friends. So one team is was Drahota has Downs, as in Drahota has Josh Downs on his team. And midway through the season, Drahota drops Josh Downs, and then Josh Downs gets picked up by this other guy, Nick. So he changes his name to Nick Has Downs. I love the commitment.
I love the
That's
consistency.
really funny.
You could do like Blackhawk Downs.
Oh shit, that's good.
Thank you. I came up with that on the spot.
Maybe Mitch will have another good name now.
Or
No,
or
I can't just take another
back
name.
when Dallas Clark was playing, you could do Zero Clark 30.
I wish there was a player named Osama. That's like good.
There's Abu Sama.
Yeah,
That if he
I
ever
guess
makes
you
the
could just
NFL.
really lazily name a team Abu Osama bin Laden.
Penn State legend.
I wish there was a
My
player
name
named
in another
Epstein,
league is
bro.
Ray Rice's Dojo.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
Ah, fuck you guys.
No, I get it. I just want you to. I want to break the awkward pause.
I actually don't get it.
We're gonna get into this segment. We're gonna cover the playoff teams here. We're gonna cover playoff profiles for the 6 teams. And if I'm being honest, we have a few notes here, and I meant to divvy these out. So I guess jump in when you want, and we'll just see how this goes. Our first team is Alexander Steven Russell, who was on the podcast last week. He comes in, he's 10-4, he's second in points, and he has his 2 biggest wins are week 11 against Ryan Nagel and week 2, where he started off the season hot by beating Landon Rupp. Those are 2 very big wins that prove that he can contend with the top teams in the playoffs. Some strengths that we have here. This is a trend I noticed. This year, he started off by winning 5 and then losing 2, and then he won another 5 and lost another 2. So if we're going by the analytics, he's going to win out the rest of the year and win 2 games to start next year. Just something to keep in mind. I mean, if you want to play the stats game, they're on his side here. Who 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 put that one in? What the was that Mitch?
The second line, the strengths.
Yeah, what is
That
that?
was me.
Oh my god.
It's a strength, right?
I think so. Do you want to say it for the class?
Yeah, sure. So, as we all know, Alex Russell somehow got his hands on Jonathan Taylor, and Daniel Jones was playing with a fractured leg and then tore his Achilles, and all the rest of their
God, why are
backup
you
QBs.
doing like the Lord of the Rings backstory? We all know what's going on.
I have to give the backstory for this to make sense.
My
I can't
dad
just-
listens to this podcast. He needs to know.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
yeah.
good point.
I have to give the background. I can't just rip this joke straight up. And so they hire or they re-signed. Yeah, I guess technically re-signed. Phillip Rivers came out of retirement. Phillip Rivers is what, like 44? He has
45.
grandchildren who are the same age as some of his children.
He has 1 grandchild.
He has a grandchild who's like the same age or in close age proximity to his youngest child.
I
But
think they might actually be older than his youngest child.
that's probably true.
Neither
Not
of what
relevant.
you said is true. He's 44 and his grandchild was just born
Oh,
not too long ago.
He can field an entire football team with just his kids, or
That's
a
true.
starting lineup.
no, he can't. He needs one more.
There's 10 kids in one of him. That's 11 people.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I
He's
thought you just
all-time
meant his
QB,
kids.
though.
And his,
play
and his
QB.
wife. He
He
can
can
run a
play
Canadian
QB.
team.
What's amazing too is he's not like doing this with multiple women or something. He's doing this with one woman who he's been
Have you seen
married
his
to the
wife? His
whole
wife looks
time.
like she's never put out a baby in her life.
What's her?
Like
What's
12 kids and it just all goes back to normal. That's the Roman Catholic shit right there.
Do you think she's okay? I'm not. Never mind.
what the
Moving on.
fuck? How?
So-
Right?
I put down for a strength, since he has Jonathan Taylor, and Jonathan Taylor plays running back, I put down for one of the strengths for Aros' team that the Colts have a QB who needs to get his prostate checked each year. Because
I didn't know that was in there.
Because he's old as fuck, and his throwing motion looks atrocious, so they're probably going to be running the ball 30 times a game.
I consider that a strength. His weaknesses are wide receivers because he had Garrett Wilson who got hurt and then he came back and then got hurt again. And he's scheduled to come back and he'll probably get hurt again. And I think he's given up starting Stephon Diggs. So he's starting Michael Wilson, who's actually been a solid pickup. But then I don't even know who the fuck is Kamiri DK, I think is his other wide receiver. I don't know if that's a permanent start or not. Either way, those are some horrendous wide receivers to have. Um, this is if his opponents score more than 120 points, he's 1-3. So that I mean, for a team that I'm not calling his team shit because his team is probably the best team in the league, but that's a really funny stat that the instant that there's any competition, his team just goes down the drain. Mitch, I'm guessing you put this one in too. Did Jonathan Taylor's forgetting how to play
No,
football?
that was Jackson too.
That was also you?
Yeah.
I don't think I put notes in this section.
The note that Jonathan Taylor just sometimes forgets he's like really good at football.
He did that like the week Mitch traded him. I think he scored like 8.7 points. Yeah.
Sometimes he just like forgets that he's like really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that covers A-Russ. He's our 1 seed. AK, do you want to cover your boy here?
Yeah, shout out my boy Cameron Wheely. 10-4. You said that A-Russ probably has the best team in the league. I disagree. Cameron has the best team in the league, and I'm not just saying that to justify the CeeDee Lamb trade for him after the fact. But he is number 1 in points for, and yeah, strength. So many points.
So many points. It's ridiculous.
All of the points.
Anything you could ever want, he has it. Points.
Points. Well, that's how you win. You score more than the other team. So I like his team. They score
You
points.
would think so.
You would think so. You know, I have actually seen it a couple times where you score less than the other team and still win. I'm not sure how it happened. Probably colluding. Probably Cleo's fascist regime doing some weird things behind the scenes. Yeah. Weaknesses. Landon. Landon's a weakness, you know. Makes me weak in the knees.
0-4 against Lynn.
Yeah. Which is crazy. I hope they meet sometime and Cameron can just be like, stop beating me at fucking fantasy.
That should happen. I'll see if Landon's available to be at the awards show. He's always randomly available at times. He almost made the draft this year, actually.
Oh, really? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Cameron's in town. I'll text him.
Cam is in town. He's actually super excited. I know it. Yeah.
Yeah, so the next one is Cleo Weston, who obviously is going to win this entire thing because she has the capability to just do that by like making herself win. I assume. I don't really know how the settings work behind the scenes, but I feel like that's probably something she could do, and Spencer doesn't have the strength of character to stand up against it. She's third in points scored for the entire season, so you would assume her like actual record is better, but I mean she's tied with Landon and only one game ahead of me. So I mean,
9-5
obviously
is a pretty good record, though.
it's
Like
pretty
that's
good.
a very good record in fantasy.
It's not as good as Cameron Wheeler.
That's true.
Anyway, now, in terms of strengths, she is on a 6-game win streak, which, while pointing out that that is 10th in league history, is not that impressive. It is actually impressive,
I'm sorry. I'm
seeing
sorry.
as
What is
how
your 4-game win streak land?
I wasn't saying I've ever had an impressive win streak. I'm just saying that 10th all time is not a very impressive stat.
Cleo's had 3 separate win streaks that have gone for 6 or more games.
That's a much better stat. You should have put that. Anyway, she's undefeated since trading for AJ Brown and Ashton Genty. I don't know when that happened. Probably 6 games ago. Um, and can apparently see the future. She's not the only one in the league who's capable of doing this, but she's the one who's able to capitalize it on better than anyone else, it seems, especially compared to Mitch Walsmith. So it does mean that she's seated higher, and also that her potential for winning in the playoffs is a lot higher as well. Um, Now, her weaknesses are that she has predicted herself losing in the playoffs, which is actually a pretty impressive prediction, seeing as how when she made that prediction, uh, Cleo's playoff chances were not great.
I think she had a
Um,
losing record.
yeah, she did. That I remember that specifically because I was like, she's not making the playoffs, and now she's the 3rd seed. So I mean, I don't even think that's much of a weakness. Like, I mean, although if she predicted that and she can see the future, which we have established is fairly probable, then I mean we could see it. And personally, I'm hoping for a first round exit. No hate, just I'm self
It's
interested.
business.
AK, you want to take Landon?
Yeah, I'll do Landon. I like how his key wins are Cameron Wheeler twice. I think that's very, very funny. 9-5, just Landon's not an active guy in the chat, so he just flies under the radar so much. And we did talk about the sample size of 2 before, but when it's happened twice, you got to keep an eye open, and I think that he will be winning at least one game. So I think that I think he's good. I don't even know who he plays first. Does anybody know?
He plays Nagel.
He
Yeah.
plays Nagel. Well, Nagel's falling apart.
Yeah.
Coming down to
Nagel
earth.
yeah. Nagel's a tough out though.
He
Yeah.
is a tough out, gritty player.
It is important to note that Landon is on that 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. sleep schedule. He's just working a different life than we are, and that may cause him to miss some deadlines for the inactive reports coming out. Hasn't seemed to
I'll
affect him this
say,
year.
point in his favor, he does have the highest scoring game of the year at 191 points, and I'm going to take a guess that that is the 10th highest scoring game of all time.
Did you just check that?
Nope, I'm just guessing.
I'm sure that can be fact checked. That is a good point. However, you forgot the point where he just decides to be asked every 4 weeks. And considering that he was asked last week, that would make the championship game his ass week. So if we're going by that, then he cannot win the championship. If we're just going by history,
Well, we're not talking about
um,
winning a championship. We're just talking about winning one game.
that's true. That's true. I didn't really think about that. That's my bad. I jumped the gun. Nagel is our 5 seed. He is also 9-5. I just I just want to know the amount of teams that we had with 9 wins or more this year was kind of insane. I don't think we've ever had that many. Um, Nagel was 6th in points, so still very respectable, still playoff caliber team here. His key wins, he beat Cleo in week 7, but from there, it's a noticeable drop off of his quality of wins. And another one that I wanted to highlight was Ryan, since he was the top of the midfield. He beat Ryan back in week 2. Um, some strengths. When you have a homogenous team, obviously you're going to have a lot of team cohesion. Players that he is using tend to be known for their general good execution of the game. They tend to be known as gritty and sneaky athletic players. So this could very well come to help him to fight from behind if he needs to. Um, and there's plenty of locker room material here. I mean, I think this plays into the team cohesion very well. I just think they know their identity better than everyone else. Um, some noticeable weaknesses about his team. Um, God forbid that Christian McCaffrey gets hurt. I mean, we saw that he lost to Logan this week when McCaffrey isn't playing. And he's done jack shit since week 7, really. He beat me, but that's turned out to be not really a feat at all. Um, yeah, his team is coming in on a huge skid overall, but we saw Logan one year start 9-0, finish the regular season 0-5, limp into the playoffs, and then go on another run and win the championship. So who's to say that he can't do it? It's going to be on the willpower of Josh Allen and Christian McCaffrey alone. So that covers our 5 seed. Jackson, if you want to take our
Fortunately,
final
I
6
mean,
seed.
they started letting. I mean, they number 42 got on the Dodgers, and then it was just downhill from there. And then they started putting the Negro leagues in the record book, and I mean, writing was on the wall at that point. It's what they're called. It's what the league was called.
It's
And what do
still
you
called
want me to
that.
call them?
It's still actually called that.
Really?
What is this relevant to, though?
I'm just saying that's what happened.
just
Is
wanted
they
to say it.
started putting them in the record? Yeah, I kind of did. They started putting them in the record book, and after that, I mean, his team just looked a lot less impressive.
Are you saying that we need to put? I don't know where I'm going with that.
I'm saying
This
once
is
he
all
started
getting
playing
cut,
black
Yeah.
people,
Jackson, can you please just start talking about our 6 seed?
Yes. So, to go. Never mind. Not gonna say that. I was gonna say they let just anyone into the playoffs nowadays.
They just let anyone into the podcast these days too. Actually, that's a good joke.
bitch,
Leave
I'm
with
the
that.
only one in the playoffs.
Following another bit that is most certainly getting cut, Mitch is our 6 seed, sitting at 8-6. He is 10th in points scored, narrowly missing out on the bottom 4. His key wins are Spencer Jones and Logan Weston.
I would just like to note that his key wins are shit.
Yeah, I would just like to note that his key wins, total wins, add up to 9, which is the same number of total wins as a bunch of the other, or every other playoff team or higher except for Mitch.
I will say his win against Logan was actually genuinely impressive because I think he threw up 165 points in that game.
That was the one where I scored double his points.
Yeah.
I think I scored 160.
Damn. That's still a fuck
Because
ton of
Logan
points.
scored 80.
Damn.
But yeah, that's why that win got threw up there instead of like another like 6 and 8 team.
For strengths, Mitch just has insane, unparalleled levels of luck.
Scoreboard.
I mean, he's chosen of the star gods, so not much else needs to be said.
No.
Sometime-
He chose the Star Gods. We're still not
Oh,
sure if
that's
the
true.
Star Gods chose him. I think they chose Cleo.
Well, we'll find out this
The
week.
Star Gods have a wealth of choices. The Star Gods have a plan, and that plan might not dictate me continuing the playoffs, but it made me get there, and I thank them for that.
Mitch's other.
I mean, that means I could do this.
You realize this isn't getting put in. There's no point to doing this bit again.
Don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna turn that into a reaction image. Also on Mitch's team is Trevor Lawrence, who just randomly decides to ball out and look like the generational prospect he was, but only when Mitch starts him and he needs like a couple weeks of recharge. But if he can get one really good game out of Trevor Lawrence, that could be all he needs to bounce Cleo from the playoffs. For weaknesses, I don't even know where to start. I mean, the top weakness we put was just fantasy football in general. I think it kind of speaks for itself if you just look at any of Mitch's seasons aside from this one. We also have ball knowledge. Mitchell got in trouble earlier in the year for asking other GMs about his roster moves and who he should start. So I feel
This is
like that's
true.
also very self-explanatory.
My
And
friends.
Mitch is the Notre Dame of our league. He got kicked out, or if this was the college football playoffs, he would get kicked out of the playoffs.
Mitchell joined a conference.
Also,
Yeah.
as you
Mitchell
know,
joined
I
a
am a
conference.
devout Catholic, so
That's literally a lie.
I feel like there's
I kind of
just
wish I was.
You're on the convict side of the Catholics versus convicts rivalry.
I should become like JD Vance Catholic.
Well, we have JD Grant.
Jordan
It's true.
defeats Grant. I feel
Jefferson
like
Davis Grant.
no. The rest of Mitchell's weaknesses we could talk about forever and ever. I feel like that list just like goes on infinitely, but for the sake of time, we're gonna move on from that.
That's our profile of the 6 playoff teams. We are gonna quickly cover the 6 games that are taking place this week before we get into our final guest segment by Mitch Walsmith. So this is going to be our quarterfinals preview, and we're going to start off with the 2 playoff games. The first game is the 3 versus the 6. This is Cleo at 9-5 versus Mitch at 8-6. Cleo, we're begging you. We are begging you to save the league. Many have tried and failed before you, including myself and Jackson. I honestly don't
For
remember
fascists.
what AK did against Mitch. He might have won. I'm not
That
sure.
was the Cairo Santos Jake Moody incident.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. Granted, that in the end, that wouldn't have changed anything. Mitch would have just been a 7-7 playoff team. But oh man, did you win Mitchell Walsmith Lowlight GM of the week?
I did, yes.
Oh
Back when it's
shit.
called Theo Whitehead.
Oh yeah, yeah. Before it was renamed. Yeah, yeah. Jackson, I'm trying to. I struggle to remember, and this isn't even a bit. I just didn't fact check. How do you remember how far Cleo predicted herself to go in her playoff predictions? Because
I
she
think
knows
she
ball apparently.
made it to the semis.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
think she had herself in the title game.
So you heard it here. Cleo's advancing. Winner has to play Cam, and I was just doing some casual stat diving. Um, Mitch hasn't outscored Cam since week 5,
That's
which is
actually hilarious.
that's a genuinely hilarious stat that you haven't outscored Cam in 9 weeks. What do you think of your chances if you win this game that you can outscore Cam?
I think my chances are I am guaranteed to win $30.
So you're overlooking this game.
Well, I get $30. I
Not if
haven't
you
been
lose this
paid
game.
from work yet, bro. Besides my
Oh
holiday
yeah,
bonus.
yeah. Our first, your first. Oh wait, no, you get paid on the 15th, don't you?
No, I get paid on the 19th.
Fuck, I don't remember what I paid. The Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
well, then it would be the 17th.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's about all I had to cover. Do you guys have any thoughts about that game?
I would just like to say you are all rooting for fascism by rooting for
It's
Cleo.
better than rooting for you.
Antifascista
Yeah.
Acción.
I think I recalled. No. That's not what I said. I was gonna say I think I recall in an earlier podcast saying that if you won the league, I'd give you the league. But I think I'm actually 100% certain that I said if you win out, I'd give you the league, and you ended up losing a game. So thank God. The next
I
game,
would really enjoy what would happen to the league if I won it. If I won out.
I wouldn't. The next game is the 4 versus the 5. This is Landon and Nagel. They're both 9-5. We have Landon who can't decide if he's good or not, and we have Nagel who doesn't win anymore, I guess. This game can go one of 3 ways. It's either going to be a shootout, a blowout, or a snoozer, which I understand is all 3 ways a game could go. But legitimately, both these teams are fucking wild cards any given week. and we don't know what's going to happen. Ironically, this is probably the matchup with the two people that most of the league knows the least. And Nagel is pulling the Mitch strat of running 3 tight ends, which Mitch basically indoctrinated into the league this year. And there's a funny scenario where if Nagel and Mitch play, that there could be 6 tight ends playing any given week, which
Well,
I
if
think would be
we
hilarious.
make it to that point, I vow if you run 3 tight ends, I will also run 3 tight ends.
I'm sure Nagel will take you up on that because his wide receiver prospects are horrendous.
Also, it's the Matt Campbell strategy. He's paying homage.
Yeah, who'd they have? They had Charlie Kohler.
TJ Hawkinson.
Nope. This is the second time on this podcast we've called TJ Hawkinson an Iowa State tight end.
He's a
remember.
white guy
It
with
was-
long hair.
Iowa
It
State
was
had
Charlie
legitimately
Kohler,
3.
Dylan Sainer,
Noah Fount.
and fuck,
No, I'm thinking of a different year. I'm thinking of a different year.
Chase Allen.
'Cause
Sam Laporta.
Chase Allen, but I thought the
Sam Laporta
third
was
tight end
wrong.
wasn't Sainer.
Mike
I
Ditka.
think University of Illinois legend. I swear it was Sainer. I don't think they. I think
I
those
didn't think it
three
was.
were together for at least 2 years,
Kittle.
and that's what I'm thinking of.
You could be right. Yeah, but yeah. So there's the 3 tight end strategy for this game.
I could
Was it
keep
Kirby
listing
Joseph?
tight ends, but I can't think of a single other tight end.
Well, you keep thinking TJ Hawkinson went to Iowa State.
Did he not?
No.
He's a white guy with long hair. What's the difference between him and Charlie
Actually,
Kolar?
you said
Also,
this.
they're both bad.
You said this on the same fucking podcast that you asked who the hell Travis Hunter was.
Yeah, I know I did.
That podcast episode was full of
I sent it to my
elite
dad.
ball knowledge.
I sent it to my dad, and 5 minutes later, I got a text saying, "I don't even watch pro football, and I know who Travis Hunter is."
It's college football.
He
feel like
doesn't-
you're more
he-
likely
he
to-
exclusively watches Iowa football and nothing else.
That's hilarious.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
What
I'm
a
sorry,
poor
Josh.
man.
Hi, Josh.
He only watches sicko games.
Jackson, do you want to take the losers bracket games?
Sure. Up first, we have Ryan versus Spencer, 2 of the 4 6 and 8 teams. Go Ryan. You couldn't make the actual playoffs, but at least you didn't make the toilet bowl.
Fuck you, guy. Come play me yourself. Fucking
I beat you
talking
this year.
shit from
I'll do it
behind your
again.
barrier. Yeah, fuck off. You and Saquon Barkley and what army?
Spencer has lost 4 straight to Ryan, so I'm predicting a Ryan victory. And for the other game in the losers bracket, we have the other 2 6 and 8 teams. We got Andreas versus AK. AK, win this week. You're 500 all time. You can do it. I believe in you.
Thank you. I will try my best.
Yeah. So we called Aros and I called Cleo the most statistically average user in league history. Or user. I'm thinking of Madden terms. Team owner in league history. If AK didn't have a championship, that would actually be true. But AK is ahead of the fold with that championship. So congratulations, AK.
Mouse has championship.
Thank you. And mine doesn't have a asterisk next to it like yours.
Neither of
That's
them.
true.
None of them
I'm
have an
looking at the
asterisk.
record book
I
right
haven't
now.
approved it.
You
Yeah.
better approve it.
Well,
The last game of the week is in the toilet bowl, and that's Henry and Jackson. And Jackson, I see your note here that you don't have Drake, May.
No, I do have him.
To save
He's
you.
back.
Oh no, he is back. Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, he the only
Yeah, he
reason
was
I
on-
lost last week was because he was on bye and I didn't have his wife's cooking. But
So
we're back this
you're
week.
saying you're gonna win this week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, okay.
I mean, Drake
We
May's going to
slammed-
Buffalo. Or Buffalo. No, Buffalo's going to New England.
We blazed through that pretty quick. That covers all of our games.
oh, it doesn't.
What game did I forget?
The last one.
What?
No, I just covered that. Henry and Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's move on. You're right. Let's move on.
Everyone's gonna pick who their champion is, and they're gonna give me one prediction for the playoffs as a whole. It doesn't have to be a hot take or anything. I just want to hear something that's a little out there.
Okay,
And we're gonna
can I go
start with
first?
Jackson. Yes.
Yes. Okay, this is my prediction. My prediction is that Mitch and Aros are gonna meet in the semis, and it's gonna be an inverse of when they met in the losers bracket way back when in the Jamar Chase Legacy game.
I
Gonna
think
lose because A-Russ puts up 45 points with one player, with two players.
With Jonathan Taylor, who you gave him.
Well, okay, my prediction is the opposite of Jackson's prediction. I think me and A-Russ are going to meet in the semis, and the exact same thing is going to happen.
I think that Cam is gonna win, and I think that he's gonna win the championship game by 30 or more points.
Because he'll be facing me.
No, he'll be facing Aros.
Oh yeah, if I didn't say my championship is gonna be Aros.
Mine is Mitchell Walsmith. Or A-Russ. Or Cam.
Motherfucker, you just picked half of the teams.
Actually, you know what? Okay, it's either me or Cam.
That's still what? That's
There's only
still a third
6
of the
teams
team.
in the playoffs, bitch. Okay,
Pick
well then it's
one.
me. Fuck
It's
you.
not that fucking
It's me.
hard.
Mitchell
of an
Walsmith
instruction
is going to
pick
win
fucking
the
one
entire
team.
goddamn tournament.
Oh my god. Okay,
Can't.
I'm gonna go with Cameron Wheely winning it all. And my overall prediction is Mitchell's gonna have a solid playoff. Maybe make the chip, not win though, obviously. Maybe make the semis. And then he's gonna completely crash down to earth, and for the next 5 years will not make the playoffs.
I
Funny.
love that take.
He's gonna
Yeah.
go Seattle Kraken. If you know hockey, you know hockey. Henry, if you're hearing this part, fuck the Stars. I'll never
Fuck the
forgive them for what they
Stars.
did
I
to
was
me.
going to say it if you didn't.
Yeah.
Also, fuck the Blues.
I have something to add. Fuck the Stars.
Thank you.
Also,
Yeah.
horns down.
Well, thank you for
I
you
do-
guys' playoff predictions. Mitch, I don't think any of us, other than maybe Jackson, has an idea of what the fuck your guest segment
Jackson
is.
knows
So
what one of the slides
I've
is.
seen one slide and I told Mitch he should remove it. It is not suitable for the podcast.
I did not
so-
remove it.
Mitch,
Awesome.
you can go ahead, introduce it. If Jackson needs to cut any of this shit out, you can. Just make sure you send me the slides so I can include them into the podcast. But you can take it away from here, my friend.
All right. Before I get started, I'd like to make an offering to those above us that control the fates of the fantasy playoffs that we refer to as star gods. By taking, I'm going to sacrifice this PBR. Did you hear the crack?
No.
It was very satisfying. And I'm going to pour it on the pyre like they did in ancient Greece, but instead of a pyre, it's down my throat.
I did not hear the crack.
I'm expecting just uncontrollable coughing any second now. Maybe he'll pull a Ty Jones and throw up.
Mitch, I'm realizing right now that I never did the bet that we had going for our game with the speech. So I'll send that into the chat after this.
Forgot about
My
that.
bad. I just forgot. You never reminded me.
Okay. That was all at PBR. Okay.
It took you that long to drink a 12-ounce?
I do not handle carbonated drinks very well.
I don't think many people do.
All right. Okay, so welcome to Mitchell Walsmith's presentation on who do I or everyone else in the playoffs, not Spencer Jones because he isn't there. Who do I grab on waivers so that I can win in the playoffs?
Why'd you
I don't
single
know
me
because I
out?
suck at fantasy, but maybe I can make some guesses. Today's sponsor is, of course, the organization Hezbollah. All right. Today's fun fact is that Muammar Gaddafi was sodomized with a bayonet before being killed. All right, now on to number 10,
Who the
Jonathan
fuck is
Taylor.
Muammar Gaddafi?
You know who that is.
Colonel Gaddafi?
I do know who that is.
Luke Smithberg doesn't, though. Actually, now he does because I explained it to him at work.
Does Luke Smithberg listen to the podcast?
Nope.
You should.
I'll make him listen to it when I see
Anyway.
him next week.
Jonathan
There's-
Taylor.
I'm already seeing a typo. That's supposed to say Jonathan Trailer.
That's true. Fuck.
Quick,
All
take
right.
it down, edit it.
So, he is not currently on waivers, but I think that he probably will be due to his performance before the playoffs. Obviously, Alex Russell could pick up someone a lot better, but he's a very good flex option for people who don't really have good RBs both in their roster and on their bench. Now, in terms of cons, he did one time grope Spencer at a party. Now, Spencer denies this out of shame. It emasculated him a lot, so he doesn't like to admit it. His masculinity is very fragile, and he
This
doesn't
is
want
the
to think about
second time
Jonathan
you
Taylor
brought it
doing
up,
that.
and this is the second time that I'm denying it out of pride instead of shame.
He is also an Israel supporter. Number 9 is, of course, Tom Brady.
You will draft Tom Brady.
You
Um,
will draft
I don't really
Tom
know why
Brady.
he hasn't been picked up this season, because, I mean, he's Brady, man. He's won
I had forgot
a
about
lot
this
of stuff.
damn image.
I like the Alex
Um,
Kanashog in the top left.
His performance is adversely affected by proximity to his kids, who he lost custody of, so he's gonna ball out. Whenever his kids are around, he's bad, but now his kids are never around because Giselle took them home to Brazil.
How can you read these notes, man?
I wrote them. Now, his cons are that he only won one Super Bowl in his entire NFC career, which is, I mean, Matt Stafford's won one Super Bowl and he's not very good. So, I mean, take of that what you will. Also, the Raiders. Number 8 is Tom Dempsey. He played football professionally. That's a pretty big pro, and he has 2 feet. This is a very popular, wide-ranging conspiracy about the amount of toes he has. Here's a real, you can't see the quotation marks I just did, photos of Tom Dempsey's feet. Obviously, this is doctored. This is AI. We know that obviously he has 10 toes and not 5, like people seem to think. Also, he might be dead. I didn't check.
No, this is actually true, Mitch. He held the field goal record for like 25 years.
Yeah, they had to change the rules because of this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has 10 toes.
And you know what's impressive about it? He towed the ball in too. He didn't like soccer kick it. He just fucking nailed it with his foot. His numb foot.
With all 10 toes.
With all 0 toes.
No, with all 10 of them.
All 0 toes.
No, he had 5 toes and 10.
Oh, what'd you say?
total.
He had 5 toes?
5 toes on each foot, including his right foot.
Nerd.
Anyway, he's possibly dead, so he might not be able to be picked up on waivers because of that. I'm not sure. Number 7 is Luke Smithberg. He plays with the fury of 1,000 suns.
Oh, God.
He has an absolutely gargantuan ass. I mean, you should, like, his glutes are insane. He's not opposed to playing a bit dirty. One would say he's the Kirby Joseph of Exile Brewing Company in that he causes injuries to the entire opposing line.
Oh my god, Mitch finally fucking admitted it.
I admitted it last time we talked about it. I just said it was a good
No,
thing.
you were prime defending it.
No, I said it was a
We
good
had to
thing.
show
And
you
there are
videos to your face of a player that wasn't even
No,
Kirby
you were
Joseph.
listening to me. I said there should be more injuries in football.
That's a wildly hot take.
It's a gladiator sport. They need to act like gladiators and not fucking pussies. It's the take your dad has.
My dad also watched people get hit sticked in midair.
Yeah,
And
that
then
shit
not
was
being pass
awesome,
interference.
dude. That was cool as fuck. What happened to that
My
league?
dad was not desensitized. What's the word where you're like desensitized? That's the word I'm thinking of.
Also, in terms of cons with Luke, Mr. Smithberg here, there's a chance he will just kind of refuse to play for no reason. He's very much like Antonio Brown in that way. He's like Antonio Brown in a lot of ways, to be honest.
If he's going up against me or I am on the team, he will either flat out refuse to play or he'll like be prime Ray Lewis out
Yeah.
there and just
So
trying to fucking kill me on the field.
honestly, if you're in the losers bracket or the toilet bowl, he might be a better pickup, but I think he's still pretty viable for the playoffs. Additionally, he's probably dumber than any other player on the list before or after him. He keeps talking about this like theoretical astrology degree or something that he has. I
He
don't
also
believe that
believes in
that's a real
time
thing.
dilation.
He does believe in time dilation, which is frankly embarrassing.
What
Um,
position does he play?
defensive tackle.
Okay.
Oh my
Um,
god.
all right. Anyway, so moving on, we got Steve Nadel, attorney at law. He's a dual
Banger
threat on both
pickup
sides of the
option, by the
ball.
way.
He's a University of Iowa alumnus, so obviously, I mean, he's going to be very good on defense. He's going to be very good on protecting the line, protecting the quarterback. Now, if Spencer actually allowed points for that, he's going to be a first round pick. But right now, because he doesn't, he is just kind of stuck on the waiver wire, but I think he's a pretty viable option for people looking for someone like that in the playoffs. Also, his favorite bar in Iowa City is Deadwood, which is also my favorite bar and Julian Spires' favorite bar. His cons are that he's bald.
Does Steve know that he's in your presentation?
No.
You should tell him. You should tell him.
Not telling
Also,
him
this
that.
fight is a fucking banger.
Oh
Uh,
no, I'm
number
missing
five.
too many images.
Mitchell, you
we
missed out on a
need
great
more.
picture to
We
use
need
here.
more pictures of Spencer.
I only could find that one.
I have
I'm
I have
dropping
a
a picture
treasure
in chat.
trove.
Well, I was making this PowerPoint image slides in like the 20 minutes before this presentation,
I
so I did
can't
not
read
have
half these
time.
notes, man.
You can't read it all, you're dyslexic.
I know I'm daily sex.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so in terms of pros, he watches more film than literally any other player in the league, um, including all the actual NFL players. He has a proven ability to sack Jaden Daniels because he told me he could. He also has noble privileges, which I don't think anyone else in the league actually has. Amon Ram might. I wouldn't be surprised, but like, I mean, no one
Amon Ra has
actually.
noble privileges in Argentina.
Anyway, in terms of cons, he will only score high when your team is guaranteed to lose. So, I mean, I don't know how you would square that. You could probably figure out a way to take advantage of that situation. Additionally, he's really bad at trading. For example, he traded Romeo Dobbs for Wandale Robinson. Uh,
Romeo Dobbs outscored Wandale Robinson in the time that he was on my team.
uh-huh. Is he still on your team?
No, because I traded him away.
Mm-hmm. Is he still on anyone's team?
No.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
You just proved my
in terms
point.
of
I
the
had him
last
while he was
con,
good.
he will actually loves watching film so much. Some would say it's a special interest. His fiance would actually probably say that. He will actually probably fake an injury for more time to watch film. And I didn't
Fake an
include
injury?
this
No, I'll
one,
do it for
but
real.
not only well, that's the thing is not only will he fake an injury, but he's made of like wet cardboard.
He
Famously,
breaks
he
his
one time
own
broke
ankles.
he one time he broke his ankle playing basketball alone. Another time
True.
he managed to break his pinky finger on a balloon. So,
How did
I
you
mean,
do
Okay,
that,
okay.
Spencer?
make
No,
of
no, no,
that
no.
what you will.
First of all, here's the actual story. Second of all, Mitch, how the fuck do you know that? So what happened is that my brother spiked a balloon on my finger, and I went to block it, and his hand went through the balloon, and it popped, and his hand just went perpendicular to my finger, and it sprained my finger.
Sounds like you broke your finger on a balloon, bud. Number 4 is Rowan Wallsmith. So in terms of pros, he's a D1 athlete, which I mean, all NFL players should be, but as we've seen with a lot of people on this list, they're not. He also has proven business acumen. He's a very good entrepreneur. He also, and I mean, this is probably his greatest achievement in life, didn't break up with his high school girlfriend after their first Thanksgiving, even though everyone else in their first Thanksgiving does so. Now, in terms of cons, he's like 5'4", so he's literally the shortest person in the entire league. He's also somehow worse at fantasy than his brother is.
Is that
I
true?
have no way to prove that, but think his record's like 4-10 or something this season. So yeah. And his
Yeah.
league is like a QB superflex league, and they have like 12 bench spots. So he should like he's playing on easy mode, and he's losing to like 14-year-olds. So I don't know
That's
how
tough. Yeah.
he's this bad, and I'm the one getting to the playoffs. But
Dude, the super flex meta is wicked tough because if you don't have three quarterbacks on your roster, you're kind of screwed.
I'll ask him. All right, number 3 is Antonio Brown. Now in terms of pros, he's Mr. Big Chest. In terms of cons, uh, he was kicked out of Florida International University after fighting a security guard. He once said, "Don't touch me, I'm the franchise." In his second year of the league, he took a personal stretch limo to a charity event, had them open every single expensive bottle of wine, rejected it, refused to pay for it, and then left. He threw fits over not getting enough targets. He drove 100 down McKnight Road in Pittsburgh, which has a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. Okay, you know what? I'm not reading this whole thing. Number 2, it's Brigham Young. Unfortunately, Antonio Brown's cons just kind of continue onto the next slide. He had a fake COVID-19 card, apparently. Benched mid-game to the Jets. He one time stripped off his clothes, threw them into the crowd while celebrating, running to the locker room in the middle
Why
of
is
the quarter.
Antonio Brown's notes flooding into this?
Well, he had a lot of cons.
Oh my god. I mean, true. Damn.
Anyway. Okay, we don't have to deal with those anymore. Brigham Young is our number 2, the famous Mormon. He's honorary Polynesian because he's Mormon, just like Tua, which means he's probably pretty good at football. I mean, he was like I think he was a big dude. So, I mean, like, that's pretty impressive. He also has more kids than Philip Rivers. I don't know how many he has. I don't think he knew how many he had. I know he had 64 wives, so also more than Philip Rivers. And I mean, he probably had multiple kids with several of them, so that's probably like several hundred kids. And also, he went to BYU, which is a great football program. His cons are that he rarely gets any targets, and he has more child support payments than Antonio Brown. And I believe one of the cons on Antonio Brown's slide talked about going into debt on child support payments. So just imagine where Brigham Young is. And then number 1, I mean, you all knew he was coming. There could really only be one person in the number 1 spot for the best person to pick up on waivers when you're in the playoffs. That, of course, being what the fuck? No.
Did you plan this?
Wait, how bad is? Oh, legend.
It just didn't show the picture.
Legend.
Okay,
So
well, of
good.
course, it's Taylor McNamara, the Dynasty League legend, Taylor McNamara. He's constantly under the radar. Yeah, another tight end, of course. I didn't mention him earlier. I did remember who he was, but I wanted to save him, of course. I mean, people never pick this guy up, and I don't know why, because he dominates the tight end position. He's an amazing blocker, and he's an even more amazing receiver. I mean, like, he gets at least 5 targets a game, which for a tight end is crazy. And, like, he totally elevates the Browns. I would say in the last, like, 12 seasons, almost every win they have is because of this guy. He is a clutch game winner on every single fantasy team that keeps him. Additionally, unlike Antonio Brown and Brigham Young, he has no allegations. Additionally, he's likely related to former Secretary of State Robert McNamara, who is also a good fantasy pickup. Not good enough to be in the top 10 here, but I mean, that bombing campaign in Vietnam was just the stuff of mastery. And I mean, probably scored a ton of points back in the day. He's past his prime. He apparently feels bad about it, which is pretty embarrassing. But anyway, enough about Robert McNamara. Let's get back to Taylor McNamara. I don't understand how no one's picked this guy up. I mean, I have dominated the Dynasty League, especially my conference, for the past entire time it's existed, and it's mostly because of this guy. In terms of cons, he really doesn't have any. I mean,
You
I
have
don't know
dominated jack shit in fantasy.
why. I don't know why he doesn't.
Mitchell, I actually have a
What
claim in for this guy.
is he?
I'm doing it
Is he
now. I
on
put a
the?
claim in for this
Is he
guy.
on
I
the
hope you know.
fantasy thing? No. Okay.
No.
He might still be on Mitch's roster.
He is still on my roster. In terms of cons,
Ugh.
none. I mean, there is no downside to picking this guy up. He is. I mean, if Ryan Williams wanted to start a 4 tight end offense, I bet that this guy would be the missing piece of the puzzle. You can't see because the picture didn't load, but he is white, so I mean Ryan could pick him up. And just an amazing all-round star in fantasy football. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Remember to vote Mitchell Walshworth for the most hated.
Yeah, that concludes our nonsensical bullshit for the week. And happy playoffs to everyone. Happy middle bracket to everyone. And good luck to everyone in the toilet bowl, Jackson included. Um, I'm excited to see who's going to run the beer mile this year.
Hope it's Spencer.
It cannot be me. Yep. Eddie's time last year was
When there's a will, there's a way.
10:30.09. And
I think Eddie's beer mile might be faster than my normal mile.
I don't know. I feel like there's a beast in you somewhere, Mitch. Yeah. But yeah, that's the punishment for this year. I know everyone's gonna everyone in the league is honored to it, so we're gonna see what that time comes out to. And we got, like AK said, 3 cross country runners down there. So we'll see what happens. We'll be back next week with a another limited edition of the podcast. Jackson will not be joining us; he'll be on finals. So we'll have another 2 guests next week, and we'll keep that secret until it comes out. But
Host again.
what's up?
Am I the backup host again?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
We already got the guest locked down, but
Oh.
yeah. Following that, there will be no final week podcast because that will be the awards show host. So that's what's going to happen the rest of the year, and then we may do a final end of season podcast. That is TBD at this point. So yeah, that's all the updates for the league. Thank you for listening in, and we'll be back next week with another doozy after the first round of the playoffs plays out, and we get a clear segment for how that toilet bowl is going to look. So thank you everyone for listening in, and we will see you next week.